Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Youths On with Sister Aurelia. Today I have brought us a very important discussion about plastic bags and the dangers of plastic bags in our society. And today I happened to visit the Oloolua Forest here in Nairobi, particularly this part of Karen, and it is really, really bad. As you can walk with me to look at whatever is happening around. This is a forest. A forest, we know that animals live in the forest, and definitely they cannot bring these things, to throw them in. You bear with me. And as we look at them, look at the products that are being thrown there. We are looking at Sunlight. We shall be looking at Omo. We look at Nivers. Different brands. And I am wondering, is there anything we can do as a society, as companies, as supermarkets? Can we improvise other means of packing these things instead of using plastic bags? These plastic bags are thrown into water bodies, and whenever rain comes, it just takes them to the forests. And unfortunately, even people just go to these forests to dump these things there, which is really, really sad. First of all, I want us to look at the potential dangers of these plastics before I continue. And actually, the plastic bags that we look here are very, very harmful, especially to wildlife. For example, plastic entanglement and suffocation, whereby plastic debris such as a six-pack rings and bags can entangle and suffocate animals. It also, many animals we find that mistake plastic for food, which can lead to blockages, nutrient deficiencies, and even they can lead to death. We have a problem with microplastics, whereby small plastic particles can be ingested by tiny marine animals, potentially harming them and contaminating the food chain. Now imagine the type of animals, the fish, the animals that live in water in that river, the river that is being surrounded by these things. Do you think they will survive? Definitely no. Look at this thing. Look at it with me. Look at this plastic. Some women, you go and plait your hair. This is what I'm touching here is hair. You go and plait your hair, and when you loosen it, that's what happens. You clean your house, you wash your clothes. After washing your clothes, then you want the remaining part of the society to be dirty, and so you throw this thing. How best can we in our own families dispose of these things? Sometimes we see what is happening around. Look at this water. Look at it. And you tell me a fish can survive in this river? The place is really dirty that no animal life can survive in this. It is really pathetic and painful. And these plastics can also cause ocean pollution, whereby plastic waste, including microbeads and microplastics, enters oceans and waterways like we see here, and they harm marine ecosystems. Plastic debris can contaminate soil, affecting plant growth and potentially entering the food chain. Burning plastic waste releases toxic chemicals into the air, contributing to air pollution. I want you to imagine now where these plastics are. Do you think there is any plant that will really thrive in this area? Definitely no. And as we were walking around, you see that some of the trees and some shrubs are drying up because they are being entangled by the knee. Look at this. This is Sunlight Company. I am bringing this up so that we look at what is there, what is destroying our earth. Don't say, oh, me, I don't contribute to this. You that is working in that company, you have a say. We can look for other packagings. We can use these other papers, definitely not plastics, to stop this that is happening, and something that can decompose when it is thrown inside the soil, when it is thrown somewhere. We found diapers. Imagine pads. As a woman, you remove diapers from your child and you just throw them anyhow. You use a pad and you just throw it anyhow. It is really, really pathetic, and I call on us to take action and do something about this thing. Plastics can lead to toxic chemicals such as a bisphenol, a BPA, and it's called phthalates into the environment. It also leads to hormone disruption in that some plastics contain endocrine disrupting chemicals which can interfere with the hormone system in animals and humans. Bioaccumulation is another problem whereby toxic chemicals from plastics can accumulate in animals' bodies, potentially harming them and contaminating the food chain. Climate change also, these plastics can lead to climate change and energy consumption, in that plastics production relies heavily on fossil fuels, contributing to greenhouse gas emissions and climate change. Manufacturing, transporting, and disposing of plastics require significant amounts of, amounts of energy. I want us to look at the potential dangers to the human health. Humans can be exposed to toxic chemicals from plastics through ingestion and inhalation or skin contact. Microplastics and toxic chemicals from plastics can contaminate food, potentially harming human health. It also leads to water pollution, like we see here. If you see this water, plastic waste can contaminate water sources, affecting human health and well-being. Imagine, do you think a bird, if you think very well, if a bird drinks this water, if an animal drinks this water, and this is a forest, I am talking about Oloolua Forest here in Nairobi, and it is not just here. Many forests are facing this, and it is because of us human beings. An animal cannot go looking for these things. It is what you use in your house and how you dispose it. Look at this hair. You go to the salon, change hair, loosen it, and after loosening it, you just dispose the old one. Anyhow, do you know where it has gone and what it has, what it has impacted on the society? To mitigate these dangers, it's essential to adopt sustainable practices also, such as reducing plastic use. You minimize single-use plastic and opt for reusable alternatives. If it is something you can reuse, if it is a bottle you have drunk your water, keep it and reuse it. And when you finish, like you feel you don't want to use it again, take it to a recycling center where it can be recycled. First of all, I want us to listen to this guy and what he has in.
My name is Steven Jenga. I'm in Oloolua Forest. I am in ecotourism user group, and part of the job that we do here, number one, is to conserve and protect the forest, and also to create products for people to come enjoy themselves in the forest, be it for well-being, leisure, spirituality, name it. That's what we provide here. So, and the main reason why we do this and why I would encourage anyone to partner with us or support us is because we are not doing this only for ourselves. First, we are doing it for ourselves. We are doing it for ourselves because every minute that we spend breathing clean air, we owe it to trees, even if not only in the forest, but this is where we have the biggest area with trees. So that is why we have to protect it. If we really love life and we love ourselves, we have to protect it.
And what are some of the challenges you face in this forest or in this your work?
Oh, we have several challenges, and all of them come from human beings. One of it being waste, solid, liquid waste getting into the forest. One from the neighboring suburbs and towns, like in Ngong town, for example. And the other is from people who are traveling across the forest. We have roads cutting across the forest, so we have sometimes people bring in garbage from their homesteads, premises, or just driving by and dropping trash outside the windows. So that's one of the challenges. The other challenge is we have people who are harvesting trees, especially the indigenous trees endemic to this forest, illegally. It has taken a lot of effort and time to have those people arrested and charged. We have not eradicated it 100%, but at least it has reduced. So it's a big threat, because if somebody cuts down a 100-year-old tree, even having them fined or jailed is not enough.
Yeah.
Although we have come a long way since 2020. The other challenge would be land grabbing. Now that is the most dangerous, because we have seen people come to our forest and claim ownership of huge chunks, up to 67 acres of forest at Niao. So how do you take 67 acres of public forest na uko na title deed yake? Because that is the most not only annoying but also scary part. A forest that has been intact for all this time, somebody comes from nowhere and claims ownership of 67 acres. That's a big threat to the forest and to the people of this republic.
Wow. And what do you think we can do, or the government or young people around, to really help in preserving this environment? It could be maybe clean up or anything. What do you think they can do to help out?
I have to say something that is quite radical. I think days of waiting for the government to save us are long gone, because if we continue waiting,
it will never come.
It may never come. So the biggest responsibility lies on the citizen, the man on the streets. That is the person who has the solution to problems that we have. So mine is to, if we can just be responsible human beings, then everything, including the government, is going to work.
Okay.
That is the only thing that is missing. We are not prepared to be authentic. No one wants to take that stand of being authentic and being responsible. A simple thing is, right now it's very hot. Of course, I'll need to take water to stay healthy. And if I took water, I bought my bottle of water from the local shop or kiosk, but the bottle ends up at the roadside.
Yeah.
That is now the level of responsibility I'm talking about. If I can just take responsibility of the bottle of water, that's all. That's all we need.
Okay, thank you very much, and we are grateful for all you are doing, as we call on the entire community, the outside community, to also play its part in being responsible for their waste. Thank you very much, and have a blessed day. As we have heard from him, it is our responsibility as individuals to take care of this, find time and engage in activities that can help out. For example, like I said before, reduce plastic use, minimize single-use plastics, and opt for reusable alternatives. We can also talk about recycling, whereby you properly recycle plastic waste to prevent it from entering the environment. Ensure that plastic waste is disposed of correctly and participate in beach cleanups and community initiatives. And then also you need to support plastic-free initiatives, in that you encourage businesses and governments to adopt plastic-free policies and practices to save our animals, to save our Mother Earth. Raise awareness, educate others about the dangers of plastics, and promote sustainable living practices. It is my role, it is your role to do this. To give creation what it deserves. Take care of your home by disposing this very carefully. It is our role to play our part and do this. And I want to thank Tangaza University Laudato Si Club for the good job they are doing. I went with a team and we were looking at how best can we do this. In case you want to work with us, we want to prepare a cleanup day where we will go to this Oloolua Forest and do what we can. And it is not enough that we go there to do the cleanup and then when we come back, you again send these things. It starts in our houses, it starts in our communities, and we can stop this. We can make it work. Please, I am begging you. Thank you very much for listening, and don't just listen. Do something about waste management in your society. Have a nice evening, and do well to subscribe, like, and make sure you share this video to everybody, to your WhatsApp groups, to your friends, and let them know what is happening around us. I really feel sad when I look at this river and how it has been turned into a dumping site. Oh, have a nice evening.